Hi, I'm Anthony. I'm a holistic recovery coach. We're talking about holistic detox. This is, pardon me, we are already in number 5 of emotional detox. So this is the 5th part. I think it's the most interesting. I hope you do too. Now, what are emotions? Emotions are primarily, at least expressed vibrationally or as repeated feelings or sensations, which, if coming into an individual, can influence them. If you ever heard some good music, that good for you, you'll move a little bit with that and perhaps feel better. It can also change your mind, music, and or even the tone of my voice. The voice I'm using right now has an emotional quality to it. You might be around or have heard individuals who have an emotional quality which is quite jarring. I'm not going to do it for you, but I'm sure you can imagine it. And if you're around a lot of these individuals, they sound like and have the kind of jarring and uh, biting or depressing tones, which influence not only you, but everyone around them. You can kind of feel it when they're coming in the room and feeling when they leave the room. These are all emotions. And these emotions, when they're in harmony with good order and positive life affirming, you can do it, you can make it, you are capable, we can do this somehow. I have faith in you, I believe, etc. These are all positive emotions which can assist an individual to try and do something. Now, you might be aware that in doing a new thing like a holistic detox and emotionally detoxifying, if you are stuck in either grief or anxiety or fear or hostility or loathing of self or others, any of these negative emotions, negative meaning they are tending an individual toward death, toward losing, towards succumbing in the game, towards um, greater chaos, greater ill will, more toxification of life, less belief. By detoxing or removing yourself from those areas or people or those emotions, if they're within you, will be a major part of your recovery. How do you do that? You may ask, Anthony. Well, there's many ways. I already mentioned one of them. Music can be very therapeutic to one's recovery. Some of the highest levels of music or sound are humming and simple tones like of a bell or things like that, very high and simple. Um, Below that, some forms of classical music are with their repetition and uh, intricacy of rhythm and beat and, um, let's say, notes. They inspire more analytical or creative thought. And there are others that are, more jarring in all types of music. If a type of music inspires or drives in degradation or ill will or hatred, well, that's pretty obvious where those emotions are, right? If you're listening to that or pumping that out to others, don't be surprised that you should be getting that back as well. What you put out, you will get back. What you look for the most of, you will see the most. These are all emotional truths, and they follow actual physical laws. You see, uh, these emotions are generated by you, and sometimes for you, and sometimes by others, and the environment. The environment can have an emotion if it's a living environment. So, first of all, pay attention to the various emotions within you and around you. Detoxify from the more chaotic ones that tend to upset or jar you, and realize that drugs, weed, alcohol, even pharma, cigarettes, toxic stuff in your food, toxic stuff in the air, toxic stuff in the environment are actually poisons. And by nature, these toxic solutions are and cause chaos or dis-ease within the human body, and will lower your ability to perceive, be aware, to create in, let's say, good harmony with positive and enlivening or uplifting emotions. The more time you spent around people and even yourself in a good emotional state, the more you will be able to detox from these bad emotions, and your ability to remove these negative emotions and at least distance yourself from them, from others, the sooner you'll be able to fully detoxify emotionally. And in some cases, as I've said in earlier videos, you may need to move your environment physically, or you may need to remove yourself from a relationship that has a great deal of toxic emotions coming from that individual or that group. I think you know what I mean. My name's Anthony. I'm a holistic recovery coach, and we're talking about holistic detoxes from emotions or toward better emotions.